Look, I didn't overpromise, but I have probably outperformed what anybody thought would happen. The fact of the matter is that we're in a situation where we have made enormous progress.
All right, pretty unbelievable stuff right there. Welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. That was President Joe Biden giving himself a pat on the back yesterday. He did so for more than almost 2 hours as he marked his first year as president. Despite a 33% approval rating, the president never mentioned crime, never mentioned the border. He mentioned education just briefly. He spoke for just under 2 hours. Joining us now for more is Wisconsin Congressman Scott Fitzgerald. Congressman, great to have you on the show. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you again.
Yeah, it's great to have you back on, Congressman. I just wanted to get your initial reactions to what we saw play out yesterday afternoon. The president clearly trying to put a positive spin on what's been a really rough first year for the Biden-Harris administration. What'd you make of it?
I mean, what I heard yesterday, and I watched almost the whole thing, it was a complete mismatch from what I heard standing out on the scaffolding a year ago, where he was going to be a uniter and he was going to fix COVID, and they were going to do all these grand things, and suddenly it's a complete failed administration, and yet they continue to kind of play this game, especially with the media, who is clearly on his side. That don't worry, we're going to get to that. We're going to fix the border. We're going to do all this stuff, and it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it was bizarre. He came out, he made about a 10-minute speech, and then just kind of rambled on. It was not a traditional press conference, but then again, nothing about this president has been traditional. Right after the president's speech, the White House had to issue a clarification about what the president had to say about the situation developing now between Russia and Ukraine. Take a listen to what the president said, then I'll read you the White House clarification.
David, I'm not so sure he is certain what he's going to do. My guess is he will move in. He has to do something. And by the way, I've indicated to him the two things he said to me that he wants guarantees on. One is Ukraine will never be part of NATO. And two, that NATO there will not be strategic weapons stationed in Ukraine. Well, we can work out something on the second piece, pretending what he does along the Russian line as well.
So the president of the United States said he literally expects something to happen. He expects a minor incursion. Ukrainian officials were up in arms yesterday. The White House was then forced to issue a clarification last night after the president said that. That clarification said President Biden has been clear with the Russian president. If any Russian military forces move across the Ukrainian border, it will be met with a swift, severe, and united response from the U.S. and our allies. Congressman, the president basically gave Vladimir Putin the green light to start a war yesterday afternoon. What'd you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting frequent updates as a member of Congress on kind of how things are developing over there. I mean, my biggest worry, especially yesterday, was, when Joe Biden was one of 100 U.S. senators, he could kind of shoot from the hip and say stuff publicly that he, wouldn't be held accountable for. But this is a whole different deal. We've got 5 hotspots right now throughout the globe that are ready to just, completely go up in flames. And guess what? Ukraine and what they're doing right now is going to send a message to the rest of the world that the U.S. is going to kind of stand by and watch things develop. So I thought that was probably the most disturbing part of the entire press conference yesterday.
Interesting to hear you say that. Just about 15 seconds left, but we've got 10 months until the midterm elections. 1 in 5 independents support Joe Biden right now. Over 60% supported him 1 year ago today. What's the GOP game plan over the next 10 months?
To continue to double down on the idea that this is a failed administration and that those that support him in the House and the Senate are on the same track as the president, and we want to turn this thing around. I mean, that's what we talk about in the GOP conference, is making sure that we're able to get the message out that we want to stop the bad things that are happening and turn this country around and get back to the freedoms that we know should be available to Americans.
All right. Congressman Scott Fitzgerald from Wisconsin, we appreciate it. Good to see you again. Thank you. Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.